What's good, everybody? It's your boy Ace here, back with another props video. Last time I recorded a video was October 29th, and that video went 0-2. I think the two plays were Reeves over 4.5 rebounds, and then Zion over 5.5 rebounds. So those two plays chalked. But in the Discord, we went 2-3. Well, technically 2-2, and then we chalked the mini lotto, but that's a lotto, so it's not really like a straight play. So we went 2-2 on straight plays, and then we chalked the mini lotto. That day we went minus 0.83 units on that day. And then since then, we had Thursday night football. We had Jalen Waddle 60 plus rec yards. We had a bet 365 safety net bet, which means like if you chalk it, you get a bonus bet back. And then we also took a live play that chalk, so we went up 0.28 units that day, so got a little bit back of that chalk. And then on Halloween, I had a lot of plays on Halloween. I had the reason I haven't really been posting videos is because I've been researching pretty late. Like my first play on Halloween was at 2 in the morning. But I had Oubre 20 points, rebounds, and assists, and I did give this one out on Twitter for free as well. I gave this one out on Twitter at 4 in the morning on Halloween. So this one was actually a free play. Like I said before, if you guys don't follow me on Twitter, if you're not in the Discord and you don't follow me on Twitter, go ahead and give my Twitter follow at Real Ace Picks right here. I post free plays occasionally that aren't on YouTube sometimes as well. So that's very important if you're not in the Discord to follow that Twitter. But I did give this play and gave the whole write up for it. But yeah, we had Oubre 20 PRA, Pritchard over 4.5 assists, Hunter over 6.5 R8, O'Neal over 2.5 threes, Booker over 2.5 threes, Murphy over 4.5 rebounds, Cat over 1.5 threes, and then Siakam over 13.5 rebounds and assists. I put 0.25 units, very light on these two plays right here. Cat over 4.5 threes attempted, and then Booker over 8.5 threes attempted. I ended up cashing out Cat 3 pointers attempted because Mitchell Robinson was starting. But this was a very good day. Halloween was a very good day. It ended up being, this was the recap right here. Oubre, Pritchard, Hunter, O'Neal, Booker, Murphy, Booker, threes attempted, all cash. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 catches. Cashes, Jesus. 7 cashes. Cat over 1.5 threes chalked. He had a 3 48 seconds into the game, bro. He made a 3 48 seconds into the game. Did not make a single three after that. That was an egregious chalk. And then Siakam had 10 rebounds and assists after the third quarter, and then he didn't play the fourth quarter at all because of blowout. But it was an in-season tournament, so I figured he would get some run even if it was a bit of a blowout. But Rick Carlisle does not give a fuck about the in-season tournament. But we still went up almost 2 units, went up 1.8 units there, so that was a pretty good day. And then we went up 5 units in October overall. So we went up 5 units in October overall, pretty good month. September we went up 11.5 units, so September was better, but I will not complain about a plus 5 unit month. NFL has been terrible for me in the month of October and November so far, so I'll take the plus 5 units. September NFL was so good to me, but it hasn't been good to me recently. And then November 1st, well, yeah, November 1st I had LaMelo over 13.5 rebounds and assists, and then I used that bonus bet from that safety net bet on PJ Washington over 7.5 rebounds, but that chalk, so we ended up losing that. But we cashed LaMelo over 13.5 rebounds and assists, so we went up 0.5 units November 1st. And then also, I placed a future 1 year ago. I only had one MLB future, and I have it right here. November 26, 2024, 8:08 p.m. I posted Dodgers World Series winner for 1 unit to win 3.8 units because I posted that like right after they got Blake Snell because I was gonna take it, but right as they got Blake Snell, I was like, yeah, I gotta lock this in. They gotta win the World Series. It was, bro, that game was extremely close sweat, but they ended up winning. So that was my only MLB future of the entire year, or of the entire season, and ended up cashing. So we went up 3.8 units. So if you're an OG, if you've been in the Discord for all this time, you caught a plus 4 unit cash right there on the future. With the Dodgers winning the World Series. Post playoffs recap ended up going 11-5 in the playoffs, and then MLB season recap. I went 78-46 on MLB this year, which was actually 63% rate, which is very good. Like that's insanely good. But I went very light on MLB. I usually go very, very light, like 0.5 units on most of my MLB plays. So only made 18.5 units, but that's a very good hit rate nonetheless. And then as for yesterday, NFL Sunday, absolutely dog shit, bro. Well, not absolutely dog shit, but very dog shit. Ingram 4+ Rex. He was just a ghost today. They didn't throw to him at all. Also laddered him. That had no chance at all. Roman Wilson over 14.5 rec yards. That had no chance at all. Alec Pierce over 44.5 receiving yards. That cashed. Loveland over 20. That soared. I wish I laddered that. Loveland over 22.5 receiving yards. That cashed. That soared as well. Also wish I laddered that. And then I had this mini lotto right here that ended up chalking. Warren all cash. Broncos moneyline cash. Bears moneyline cash. And then the Colts fucking lost to the Steelers somehow. So that was annoying. And then I had LaMelo over 14.5 rebounds and assists, and that was a DMP, so that didn't even matter. And then the last play was Olave over 5.5 recs. That one chalked. So all in all, after all those plays, it ended up being a negative 1.2 unit day on NFL Sunday yesterday. So that was a pretty bad day. But NFL Sundays have just not been good to me recently. But anyway, I wanted to recap. Make sure I'm not hiding any recaps or anything. I'm giving you all the recaps right there because it's been a few days since I made a video. But currently up to 62 units in 2025 so far. So looking to add a little bit before the end of the year. But anyway, let's get into the two plays today. And I don't think they're going to be very long. They're not very long write-ups. So I've already yapped for 6 minutes, but it's not going to be long write-ups. First play is Sabonis over 10.5 rebounds, which is the best odds are currently minus 152 on FanDuel. When I posted this, I got it at minus 115 odds on Bet365. So it has moved a little bit. The odds have moved a little bit since I posted. That's another reason you guys got to join the Discord to get that pre-bump, pre-line value. But anyway, let's get into the write-up. Sabonis over 10.5 rebounds. As you can see, he's over this line in all 5 out of 5 games this season, averaging 13.6 rebounds per game this season. Sabonis has been an elite rebounder for years, so it's not like he's just all of a sudden getting rebounds in this season so far, and it's like, he's due for regression to drop off rebounding. Now, he's been an elite rebounder for years now. He's averaged 12.3 rebounds per game or more in every season since 2021. And 2023 to 24, he averaged 13.7 rebounds per game. And then last season, he averaged 13.9 rebounds per game. So basically, he's been averaging about 14 rebounds per game in his last 2 years in a row. And this line is at 10.5. Nuggets are a tough rebounding matchup. As you can see, they're allowing the 4th least rebounds, but this is still an egregious buy low line that I will take my chances on. Like I said, he's been averaging 14 rebounds a game for 2 years in a row. This line's at 10.5, so I am a bit worried about blowout. As you can see, there's a 12.5 point spread, but if Sabonis gets his usual minutes and it's not a blowout, this should be an easy cash. He also cashed in all 3 out of 3 games against the Denver Nuggets last year, as you can see, averaging 15 rebounds per game against the Nuggets last year. So he has good history, a good head-to-head data against them. He's also averaging 26.2 rebound chances per game in his 5 games this season. That leads the entire NBA. He has the most rebound chances per game this year out of every single NBA player in the league. So I do love this play. Sabonis over 10.5 rebounds for 1 unit. Pretty easy write-up, pretty concise, simple write-up. I also posted that play on Twitter as well. As you can see here, about 2 hours ago, 2.5 hours ago from the time I'm recording. So that was right when those odds were there as well. So you could have locked in those odds before they bumped if you just followed the Twitter as well. Let alone join the Discord. Join the Discord to get every single play that I post right as I post it, so you can lock in the same odds that I get. Because usually a lot of the plays that I post get good CLV. They get good closing line value. Closing line value doesn't matter at all in regards to whether a play catches or not, but it does help when you're betting on a minus 115 play compared to a minus 150 play. Like over the course of a month, that's going to be a big margin of units depending on your unit size. But anyway, make sure you guys join the Discord to get every single play that I post. The link to my WAP website will be in the description of this video. Once you click the link, it will take you to this page right here. You'll see this screen. You'll scroll down. You'll click this one, $15 per month. You'll click it, and there'll be 3 options: $15 per month, $25 per month, $200 for a year. You'll click the $15 per month. You'll click join. I can't click join because I'm the creator of the page, so it doesn't let me show you like a member point of view, but this is what you'll see. You'll click join, scroll down, and you'll see a promo code option. It'll be like type in a promo code, enter a promo code or whatever. Type in 2025, so just 2025. Just let me type it in 2025, just like that. Type in 2025 in that screen where it says promo code, and it will make your first month for only $5. You will get 30 days of all my NBA and NFL plays for only $5. That is such a good deal. You're basically risking nothing. You're risking a 4 for 4 for 30 days of my plays. I want you to see how profitable the plays are, so I want you to get your foot in the door for a very cheap price. Only $5 a month when you use code 2025. But anyway, let's get into the second play because I've yapped a lot, as I said. Second play is going to be Trey Johnson, 10 plus points. So his line is at 10.5. But if you go to FanDuel, you'll see his 10 plus points is at minus 136. And then his 10 plus points on DraftKings is at minus 138. So the best odds for this right now are on FanDuel at minus 136. And as for the write-up, as you can see, if we make it 10 plus points, he's cashed his line in 5 out of 6 games this season. He's averaging 12.7 points per game. He's had 25 to 29 minutes in every single game this season, so his minutes should be consistently in that range in this game. And even though Bilal Coulibaly has come back, Trey Johnson has still seen 27 and 25 minutes in those 2 games with Bilal playing. Middleton is also questionable, so if Middleton is out, that would be good, but I still don't think I don't think Middleton being out would lead to Trey Johnson getting 30 minutes, so that's not really that important of an injury. He is coming off a bad shooting game. He only shot 3 for 12 last game against the Magic, so we are getting a 10 plus points line that has playable odds of minus 136 because of last game. He had great shots in that Magic game. If you go ahead and watch the tape, you watch all of his 12 jump shots. He did have some good looks. He had some pretty good looks that he usually hits. He just had a bad shooting game, and that's fine. My personal philosophy in betting and what's helped me be a profitable bettor is that I usually like to bet on volume. So if a guy's getting a bunch of rebound chances, they haven't been converting them, but they're getting a good line again, I'm going to bet on that guy for rebounds. If a guy's getting a lot of potential assists and they're not converting on those assists, they're getting unlucky, I'm still going to bet them the next game because they're getting so much volume. This is a guy, Trey Johnson, that gets a ton of volume. He had one bad shooting game, and they make his line a little bit more playable. I'm going to try to capitalize on it, and if it doesn't hit, it doesn't hit. But that's been my personal philosophy. That's been my recipe for success in betting for a long time now, for the past 2 years, is just betting on volume. And this is a guy that gets a ton of volume. He's averaging 11.3 field goals attempted per game, and he is a tough shot maker. He has a big green light as well when he plays because he puts up a lot of shots. That's why they drafted him, because he shoots a lot, he scores a lot, he can make tough shots. That's his pedigree, that's his mantra. So he's going to be shooting a ton, and I love betting on volume. Trey also has the highest catch and shoot 3-pointers attempted per game on the Wizards at 4.7 catch and shoot 3-pointers attempted per game. He's shooting 35.7% on those catch and shoot threes. The only chalk this season, as you can see, was his last game against the Orlando Magic, but the Orlando Magic allowed the second lowest catch and shoot 3-point frequency in the entire league. And that's been where a lot of his shooting volume is from. Almost like 45% of his shooting volume is strictly from catch and shoot threes, and Magic allowed the second lowest catch and shoot 3 frequency. Now Trey Johnson is facing a Knicks team that allows the second highest catch and shoot 3 frequency and the 5th highest catch and shoot 3-pointers attempted per game. So Trey Johnson should see a lot of volume and good looks in the catch and shoot 3-point department, where almost half of his shot attempts are just strictly from catch and shoot threes. Trey also scores a lot in pick and roll ball handler situations, as you can see. And the Knicks are allowing the 11th most points per game to pick and roll ball handlers. He also scores a good amount of his points in transition. And the Knicks are allowing the 9th most transition points per game. 39% of Trey Johnson's points come from above the break threes, and the Knicks are allowing the second most above the break 3-pointers made per game. So very good matchup in pretty much every area that he scores in. Pick and roll ball handling, it's a good matchup. Catch and shoot, spot up, it's a very, very good matchup. In transition, it's a good matchup. So all 3 of his main play types, very good matchup, elite matchup in them. He plays in blowouts. Even like lost by 19, he still got 27 minutes. Lost by 31 against the Magic. He shot 3 for 12. He shot like shit. They could have easily benched him, but they still let him play 25 minutes in a blowout because they want their rookie to get adjusted to the game, to get adjusted to the pro level. So yeah, I mean, like, everything that makes a good play is in this play. So I'm just gonna take it, and I'm not gonna, double guess myself. It's just a good play. He's been cashing in way tougher matchups. So that's going to be the 2 plays for y'all today. It's going to be Sabonis over 10.5 rebounds for 1 unit, and then Trey Johnson 10 plus points for 0.65 units. If you guys want every single NBA and NFL play that I post for only $5 for your first month, click the link in the description of this video. Click on $15 per month. Click join. Go down to promo code. Type in 2025 in the code section. You'll get your first month for only $5. I will catch you on the next video. Peace.